Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel. These are the stories that hit deep, the ones you'll never forget. I always thought trust was built brick by brick, not something that could collapse overnight. For 10 years, I believed I was doing everything right. I provided. I listened. I was present. Her name is Rachel, and to me, she was a calm in every storm. We met in college, fell in love over bad coffee and long walks, and promised each other honesty above all else. For a long time, we kept that promise. But love shifts when routine replaces excitement. Somewhere between mortgage payments and late-night Netflix sessions, the silence grew heavier than comfort. Still, I never questioned her loyalty until one ordinary Thursday evening when curiosity sparked and everything changed. I'd left work early that day. Nothing dramatic, just an early finish and a craving for her lasagna. She didn't know I was coming home yet. When I stepped into the living room, her laughter floated from the kitchen, light, melodic, a sound I hadn't heard directed at me in months. I paused, smiling at first, assuming she was on the phone with her sister. But the tone was different, warm, flirty, the kind of warmth that once belonged to us. I moved closer, silent enough to catch every word. "Stop it. You'll get me in trouble," she said, soft and teasing. Then a man's voice, low and confident, replied, "Maybe that's the fun part." My chest tightened. It felt unreal, like stepping into someone else's nightmare. She giggled again, the same reckless laugh from when we were young and careless. I didn't storm in. I let my presence linger, hand on the wall, letting every word sink in. I listened until I couldn't anymore, then made myself known with a deliberate cough. The call ended instantly. When she turned, her face had drained of color. "Ethan, you're home early." "Apparently too early," I said. My voice wasn't mine. It was calm, steady, and that terrified her more than yelling ever could. She rushed to explain. "It's not what it sounds like." "Then explain it," I said, because it sounded like flirting. Her eyes darted, searching for a defense. "He's just a coworker. We joke around. That's all." I looked at her, really looked. The woman I thought I knew better than anyone felt like a stranger performing a role. "You joke like that at work?" I asked. She crossed her arms, defensive. "You're being paranoid. Everyone flirts a little. It doesn't mean anything." That line hit harder than any confession could have. Everyone flirts a little. Maybe in her world, but not in mine. I walked past her into the living room and sat down. The space felt smaller, heavier. She followed, voice trembling. "Ethan, please, don't make this a big deal." I stared at our wedding photo on the shelf. We looked so sure of ourselves back then, two people believing love could weather anything. "You just made a big deal," I said quietly. For days, we existed like polite roommates. She tried to act normal, making dinner, asking about my day, but the warmth was gone. Every time she picked up her phone, that familiar knot tightened in my chest. Suspicion replaced trust, and I didn't even recognize myself. 3 nights later, the truth arrived in the simplest form, a message notification she forgot to hide. "Wish you were here to make me laugh again." The same man's name glowed on her screen. I didn't shout. I didn't confront her immediately. I just felt a shift from pain to clarity. That night, while she slept beside me, I realized I was done begging for respect in a relationship that had already lost its honesty. The next morning, I packed a small bag. "Where are you going?" she asked, panic replacing guilt. "Somewhere I can breathe," I said. She reached for my arm, harmlessly. I met her eyes. "Then you should have told me that, Rachel, not someone else." Tears welled, but they didn't move me. "It didn't mean anything," she whispered. "Then losing me shouldn't mean anything either," I replied. I left. No dramatic exit. No slammed doors. Just quiet footsteps of someone finally realizing that peace was better than pretending. I stayed at a friend's place that week. Messages poured in the next day. Apologies, promises, explanations. She said she missed me, that it was a mistake, that she hadn't realized how far she'd gone. I didn't reply. There's a silence louder than any argument, and I wanted her to sit in it. A week later, she showed up at my friend's door. Pale, swollen-eyed, handing me a letter. "I wrote this because you won't talk to me," she said. I took it, but didn't read it right away. She waited, hoping for instant forgiveness. "You're really going to throw away 10 years over something that didn't even happen," I said. "That line didn't even happen," she whispered. That broke whatever patience I had left. What you call harmless flirting is emotional cheating without the courage to admit it. It's not the act, it's the intent. Her tears fell faster. "I didn't mean to hurt you." "I know," I said, "but you did anyway." She left, and for the first time in years, the house felt peaceful. Later that night, I opened her letter, full of remorse, confusion, and longing, but nowhere did it mention the love I needed to see. It's strange how betrayal often comes quietly, in the voice of someone you once trusted. Catching her didn't destroy me. It freed me from the illusion that loyalty was mutual. A month later, I filed for divorce. She didn't fight it. Perhaps she knew she'd already lost something deeper than a marriage. My respect. I'm not angry anymore. I don't hate her. I learned that love without honesty is just habit. Sometimes you have to lose someone's affection to find your own peace again. And if you wonder how it feels to walk away from someone you still partly love, it's like standing in the rain after a storm. Wet, cold, but finally able to breathe. Because trust doesn't die when someone cheats. It dies the moment they believe they can.